Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Norn9 VAR Commons. And I'm going to switch up the voice for Mikoto, try to give her a more refined voice because she's definitely speaking in complete words. She doesn't seem to use contractions, so I'm going to try to give her a little bit more of a refined upper class voice. I know I suck at doing the voices, but I'm doing my best, okay? So anyway, let's get back into this story. You can sit back, relax, and let me read you. Sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I saw Sakuya in the distance. He might be waiting for me. Then Koharu strolled nearby him and promptly tripped over her own 2 feet. But Sakuya did not make a move to help her. The Sakuya I knew would have run up to her right away and asked her if she was all right. Instead, Kakeru appeared, and he quickly went up to Koharu and started looking after her. Did Sakuya not move to help Koharu because he knew Kakeru was there? Or perhaps, was it because of our promise? Nanami, did you get some proper bed rest? Yes, I'm fine now, thanks. I have no idea what to say. Childhood friends, growing up on such a large estate, left us without other playmates. So we played together, just the 2 of us, always. We were like siblings, I guess. But now, when did we get like this, I wonder? Sorata, what brings you here? Itsuki and Heishi are in the kitchen, dead to the world. Can anybody do something about that? What? Sakuya, I thought you were going to take them both to their rooms. I honestly didn't think those 2 would need that level of assistance. Those 2 may be adults in age, but they're anything but in terms of mentality. Treat them like 2 overgrown, ill-mannered children. Understood, grandmother. Sakuya! I'll go take care of them. Sometimes you are so unhelpful. You know. I noticed this in the back of the library, but when the 2 of you think you're alone together, you really don't talk much. Of course we talk. You just don't hear. If you want to stay ignorant, that's fine, I guess. I can tell you, though, you know what they say. We kids notice the darndest things. You only pretend you're a child when it's convenient to you, don't you? I'm not pretending to be a kid, I am one. I just happen to have a rather high IQ. What a smart little mouth. This is why I detest children. The light on the TV is blinking. Would you like to watch it? Sure. Alright, let's see what's on TV here. The Hyoka channel? Aww. A-types. Masamune and I have the same blood type? Yes, that is indeed correct. Well, what do you think? Please, let me hear your thoughts. What is the big deal about having the same blood type? Yeah, I've heard of some blood-type personality mumbo-jumbo, but I don't know if it's all that credible. Huh, that's it? We're usually under the same category on this ship, so you're not going to get anything interesting out of us. Exactly. We are the ones on board with common sense. I have no interest in blood types. Don't say things like that. I mean, you have the same blood type, so in the event you need a transfusion, it's good to know, right? I hope a situation like that would never arise, but I suppose that is true. Wait a moment. Do we have a donor of each blood type on board? What if we have someone who doesn't have a blood type match? Nope, there's nobody like that on board. I see. I'm glad to hear that. Although, come to think of it, Muroboshi and Koharu apparently don't know their blood types. What? What did you say? Why are you opening up a map now?
Find the biggest hospital in the area. We need to get them an examination quickly.
If they have rare blood types like Rh negative, we will need to secure some donor blood in case a transfusion is necessary.
I'm not sure if we'd be able to land in the city anytime soon. We should keep a supply on board in case of an emergency.
But where would we even store it? You're not even thinking about storing it in the kitchen or refrigerator, are you?
We don't have much choice for now. Let's buy a medical refrigerator.
This is the worrywart pairing. Is that their blood type? HYK Channel 8 A-types has been added to the Hiyoko channel. You have earned 30 points. Oh, I got 30 points for watching that. So, I thought we could put together a little afternoon social for everyone. During one afternoon meeting, Kakeru suggested that idea to us all. He said we should get to know each other better, that it would be better if we had fun together. He had a laundry list of justifications. What a pointless thing to think of while we have a traitor in our midst. Though, could this simply be a plan of his to flesh his traitor out? That would be a very Kakeru thing to do.
Oh, I like that idea. I agree. There's nothing bad about getting to know each other better.
I like it too. One after another, the others came to agree. Of course, in Itsuki's case, I am certain he had ulterior motives.
Yeah, Saku. How about you stop clinging on to Mikoto all day and get to know the other girls?
I'll pass, thank you.
Oh, my.
I'm not comfortable around large numbers of people. I don't want to either. If you're all going to act all buddy-buddy, leave me out of it. If we can't get everyone to participate, I don't think we should do it at all. It would present the traitor with a perfect chance to operate undetected. That's true. I guess we could table the idea until sometime in the future. Well then, now that we've had our lunch, what shall we do with the rest of the day? I want to go up to the roof. That bandit has shown up there twice. He might have left behind some sort of clue. All right. Sakuya walked a few steps in front of me. His pace was neither too fast nor too slow. It matched mine with perfect comfort. It was easy to see that he was still looking out for me, even though he couldn't see me. Sakuya is kind, considerate, but I cannot tell him that. When was it that we stopped being able to talk with each other when we were alone? When was it that Sakuya started acting like this? When did he start keeping a slight but very distinct distance between himself and everyone? I knew that answer too well. Talking when we were alone got awkward because we always had to be aware of our promise. That is also why he has stopped, why we have stopped getting too close to others. Once when we were little, we took care of a chick that had fallen out of its nest, remember? Actually, I do remember doing that. One day, the two of us had heard a baby chick peeping in one of the estate gardens. I started to say I remembered, but then stopped. What on earth are you talking about? Why would I remember something from that long ago? Remember, Mikoto, you were terrified of the worms we dug up to feed it. I was not. I was the one who went out and dug them up. You were so terrified of them that you... Ugh. Ah, yes, that's right. I was so frightened of the worms that I left the care of that little bird entirely to you. When we were young, you were the strong one, while I was the frail one. I even thought of you as my elder sister, even though I'm a year older than you. I'm glad that I have the chance to be together with you again. Sakuya, why don't we split up and try searching for clues separately? Without waiting for my answer, Sakuya turned and walked off. No, he knew there was no point in waiting. He knew that I could not answer him. Anyway, I have to look for clues. Huh, I don't see anything here. What about over there? The blue sky and puffy clouds were clearly visible through the large hole. If I remember correctly, this hole has been here from the beginning. It is awfully dangerous to leave it like this. I should tell Kakeru to do something about it. Mikoto, be careful over there. I'm fine. I'm not going too near the hole. Hurry and step back here. I said I'm fine! Goodness, you worry too. Sakuya reached out and grabbed me by the arm. Forcibly, he began tugging me away from the hole. Hey! Sakuya! Let me go already! I am not a helpless child, you know. I am perfectly capable of walking on my own. Yes, you are taller than me, you are older than me, you are a gentleman while I am a lady, but that does not mean you need to worry over me. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Mikoto, don't worry. I haven't forgotten our promise. I'm still keeping it. So you needn't worry about me either. I won't ever fall in love with anyone. I promise. The promise. Years ago, Sakuya and I had made a certain promise to each other. Secret, vow, shackles, wall. It was all those things and more. We had promised each other that we would never fall in love with anyone. It seems we didn't find anything worthwhile today. What shall we do tomorrow? Maybe it would be a good idea to rest for a day. It isn't healthy to brood over something for too long.
Why, hello there, you two. How's it going?
Tomorrow, I think I will search the second floor.
Ah, I see.
All right.
Hey, whoa! Do you two really have to ignore me like I'm not even here?
I do not have the time to spare to talk with a lunatic who only utters filthy garbage.
Oh, come on. I was just asking you how you were doing. I mean, ever since everybody paired up, you two have gone off to do your own thing a lot more than before. I was wondering how that's going.
How do you mean?
See, I kind of noticed this back when we were hanging out as a team. But for a pair of supposed childhood friends, you two don't seem all that friendly with one another.
What does that matter? It's clearly none of your business.
It kinda is, actually. If you two aren't getting along together, Saku and I could, you know, switch partners to help smooth things out.
What?
You'd have a blast as my partner. I just know it. You might even dream better at night, too.
I do not invest much energy into dreams and empty fantasies.
Come on, at least give it a chance. I know that if you try it once, you'd love it. You might even get addicted.
Itsuki took one small, purposeful step forward. A sweet fragrance wafted past my nose.
The more stubborn and strong-willed they are, the harder they fall.
Long-fingered hands reached out towards me. Frowning, I attempted to smack the hand away. But before I could make contact, I was suddenly yanked backwards, a flutter of white hair visible in the corner of my eye. Beautiful hair, as white as polished pearl. The next instant, I realized I was wrapped in Sakuya's arms.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I cannot allow her anywhere near your sort. Really now? No matter what? No matter what, I will allow no one to have her.
Mikoto.
Oh, there she goes. I guess she didn't really like you touching her, Saku. Well, well. So, even the coddled little rich boy can make those faces sometimes. Mikoto, wait! Mikoto! I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was perfectly capable of handling him myself. I did not require you to butt in and interfere. Of course not. I'm sorry. Let's rest for today. It isn't good for you to exert yourself too much. I guess I'll be going then. I feel like an idiot for being the only one so affected by what just happened. I could still feel Sakuya's voice rumbling in my ear. Since when has his voice been so deep? Since when did his arms get so strong? I have to stop this. If I do not calm myself down, it will affect my barriers. The ship has its own independent barriers that protected it, but a section of them had been broken. I have been maintaining my own barrier over that. The broken section was over the roof. That was, of course, where the bandit tried his attack. It was not a particularly large gap to defend, but holding a barrier over it 24 hours a day, every day, was both mentally and physically draining. Masamune and Kakeru were continually on my case to take breaks and rest, but I could not afford to listen to their advice. What would happen if the bandit chose the exact moment I was resting to attack us again? Everyone's lives would be in jeopardy. Mikoto? Oh, yes, Koharu. Mr. Akito was super nice and said he'd bake a pie with the peaches we collected the other day. Will you come have some with us tomorrow? Tomorrow? Yes, that would be nice. I will see if Sakuya wants to come too. Okay, please, come by the dining hall tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon. The next day, I told Sakuya about Koharu's invitation. In response, he smiled happily and told me to go and enjoy myself. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of their pairing up, if they don't stick together? Why do you sound so happy about it? And this is the first time you ever had lady friends your own age, isn't it? It is not! So have fun and relax, okay? Oh, sometimes Sakuya sounds dangerously like he thinks he's my parent. Getting so sappy over me, having a friend or two. One can live perfectly well without having friends. Here, I bought the pie. Let's cut it up. Oh, thank you, Nanami. Let me go and put on a kettle of tea for us. Should I do something as well? Whenever I had tea at home, the servants took care of preparing it. I'm not sure what else should be done. It smells so good. There, that's nicely cut if I do say so myself. Oh well, it does not look like they need me to do anything. It's so sweet and tasty. Come on and try it, you two. It's really yummy. Chomp chew. Right, the chomp chew noises. Good. Eating too much of a sweet thing will make you fat, right? Why are neither of them concerned? Nibble, nibble. What do you think, Mikoto? Isn't it sweet and juicy and yummy? Yes, it is very sweet. Perhaps a little too sweet. Eating this entire thing will definitely make me fat. I must control my portion size. I'm so happy right now. I've never sat down and had tea and sweets with my friends before. Come to think of it, someone did mention she spent most of her life living alone. This may be the first time I have actually enjoyed tea with other girls my age as well, actually. My time used to be primarily occupied with training and protecting places with my barriers. Can I have some more? Sure, there's lots more to go around. Try not to overeat. Okay. Friends my own age.
So, how are the two of you getting along with your partners? Fine. Fine for me as well. Okay, it's good you're getting along fine. What about you? It cannot be easy having Kakeru for a partner. No, Yuika's a great partner. He's super nice, and he's always smiling and having fun, which makes me feel happy too. Yuika, nice? Kakeru smiling. I cannot help but think he is just smirking at her because she does not realize she is a toy. Huh? Did I accidentally say something wrong? Oh, what about you, Nanami? Is Heishi behaving? Otomaru is loud. Yeah, he always seems like he's having fun. It must be annoying dealing with the noise from someone who never mentally aged beyond 5. Yeah, I envy people who have quiet partners, like you, Mikoto. Mr. Sakuya seems like a very nice gentleman. I haven't talked to him myself much, though. He's very odd, though. The vibes he gives off can change really radically. Really? Yeah, the biggest difference is between when he is with you, Mikoto, and when he is not. Oh? Yeah. Sakuya is different when he is not with me? I wonder in what way he is different. At first, he felt really distant. I figured he was the cold, uncaring sort. Mr. Sakuya? Cold and uncaring? That doesn't seem right. But he changes once you're around, Mikoto. Then he gets like Koharu says, kind and considerate. Oh, that makes sense. The only times I've ever spoken with him is when you two are together. Maybe that's why I've always considered him nice. When I first saw him, he was so pretty, I thought he was a girl. That is likely because he keeps his hair long. I keep telling him to cut it, but he refuses. I think it's because he's a refined person. Both of you are from great houses, right? Great houses? That means they're people of good breeding. Huh? You two are supposed to be childhood friends, right? Is that what makes them so different? Really? Yeah, I heard they've known each other since they were really little kids. Oh, I see. Then it's no wonder that you get along so well with Mr. Sakuya, Mikoto. We do not! An awkward silence descended like a brick. All of a sudden, the room felt stifling. This is my fault. I snapped at them when they were just trying to have fun and enjoy some light conversation. If you both think Sakuya is desirable, then perhaps we should switch partners. I would not mind in the least. Mikoto? What? Seriously? That voice. Nanami, what did I do? Why would you want to trade me for Sakuya? You were eavesdropping, jerk. Ugh, now I'm a jerk? We weren't eavesdropping. It's impossible not to hear you guys from here. Swapping partners, eh? But you don't want to do that, right, Koharu? You like me as your partner best, right? Yuika, of course. I have lots and lots of fun when I'm with you. They must have heard everything. What have I done? Kakeru nonchalantly sauntered up next to me. Then, in a low whisper that no one else could hear, he said, Besides, I wouldn't want to pair up with someone so half-absorbed she'd decide to split up with her partner without even talking to him first. Sakuya. Well, it looks like your girls-only tea party is over. Come on, Koharu, let's go. Okay, but I have to clean up first. No, that's all right. I have not finished eating yet anyway. I will clean up later. Let me help. Time to go, Koharu. Come on. Yuika! I guess we should be going too. You are much too kind. How can you possibly arrive at that conclusion after hearing what was said? I have never met anyone who is nicer and more considerate than you are. No, I am not kind. Not at all. Even now I am cruelly, coldly forcing you to... Sakuya, are you sure you're okay with me? Are you truly okay with never falling in love with anyone? Well, you won't allow me to fall for you, correct? In that case, I don't mind. I am content with the way things are now. Sakuya smiled. It was the same gentle smile that he always smiled. Sakuya was frail and sickly as a child. To me, he had felt more like a younger brother, despite the fact that he was older than I. The family physician was always on hand for him. There was no telling when he'd have another of his attacks, nor how bad it would be. Every time I heard him cough or his breathing start to quicken, I panicked. Every time he collapsed, I would frantically start to pray. "Please, God," I asked, "please don't take him away. I want to protect you." I know. Of the two of us, I was given my powers first. I was still young. My first thought was that I could now protect my frail, delicate friend. The day I was given my powers was one of the happiest days of my life. It meant I could keep Sakuya safe. He was the first person I wanted to protect more than anything else. But my power was not enough. I learned the harsh truth of how powerless I truly was shortly thereafter, when Sakuya was given his powers. But despite all that, I still want to... That was the moment it hit. An overpowering wave of nausea washed over me so quickly and so forcefully that I staggered. Mikoto! I tried to reach out and grab something, but the world turned sideways. Mikoto, hang in there. I'll go get someone to help. No, I'm fine. I just ate too much of that overly sweet pie. What? Sweets? Mikoto! With a pop, my barrier disappeared. How? Why all of a sudden? I have to hurry. I must hurry and get up so that I can go fix it. I needed to put that barrier back up. The nausea was no big deal. I could handle it. I have been named the Guardian after all. I can hold barriers all day and all night. I was not sick. I couldn't be sick. I could not. Over and over, I repeated that to myself like a mantra. After all, it is not like there is anything else I can do at this moment. All I am good at is putting up my barriers. Chapter 3. I promise, I will never ever fall in love with anyone. So don't worry, okay? Don't cry, Mikoto. Okay, and we're gonna end that video there, just at the beginning of Chapter 3. And I hope to see you in some of my future videos. I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares to show your support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.